Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. It's that time of year again. Spring and summertime are here, so we start to change our routine as far as our skincare. We change our routine as far as the makeup we wear. We start wearing a little bit lighter makeup and we change the color of our eyeshadows a little bit. At least I do. In the summertime, I like to wear things that are a little bit lighter and brighter and softer, so they go more with the clothes that I'm wearing. In the fall and winter, I like to wear a little bit more smoky eye, or things that go with the colors and the tones that you're wearing in the summer, in the winter and fall. So I thought I would show you some of my favorite palettes that I use in the summertime. Some of these are new to me. Some of them are ones that I've been using for a couple years now, but I love all of them and I hope that you will too. And I hope it'll give you some suggestions on palettes or ideas to wear for your summer makeup. The eyeshadow look that I have on today, I put it on and it's one of my favorite summertime palettes, but after I did, I realized I think it was a limited edition. It was the NARS Summer Unrated palette, I believe it's called, that came out last summer, and I love it. And it's the perfect summer tones. It's light and bright, and it's got pinks and peaches and some golds in it and some soft taupes and browns, which I think are good for the summer. But I didn't want to list it as one of my palettes because I'm not sure if it's available anymore. So if any of you ask, I will look and see if it is still available anywhere, but I don't believe it is. But I just wanted you to know that I'm not wearing one of the palettes that I'm going to show you today. My name is Bonnie, and this is Bon's Ageless Beauty. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope that you enjoy this video. I do hope that while you are here, you'll consider joining my community by hitting the subscribe button, ringing the notification bell so you're notified anytime I upload a new video, and watch it all the way through and give it a big thumbs up. And also share it with your friends. I would love to share my channel with as many people as I can and just share my passion and my love for skincare and makeup. With that, let's get started. Some of these palettes are higher end and some of them are drugstore brands. So I've got a little bit of a mix for everybody. My first palette is from ColourPop, and this is the Rock Candy palette. And I've showed this before on my channel, and I do love this palette. And as you can see, this palette has got everything from your soft mauves and roses, your soft, like sort of peachy or warm tones here a little bit, your real soft tans and browns, but then it does have your deeper tones up here. So this one's good for all seasons. But what I like to do in the summertime is I stick to these, and then I will use these up in the top for eyeliners, or to smoke out maybe the corner, because some of them are pretty dark. You've got your dark black and your charcoals and everything, but down here you've got your nice soft colors, and it's got your underbrow color here. But I love these colors, and ColourPop has wonderful palettes. As I've talked about before, they are a good drugstore brand that their mattes have high pigments to them. They're creamy. They've got wonderful shimmers in them. They do have some, and in this palette, I will say there are a couple, like right here and right here, that are very glittery. And you can see, I don't know if that's going to zoom in on that or not, but they are very glittery, and they have a little bit of chunks in them. So they're not colors that I normally wear. There is one other one in there too, but they're normal shimmers. I will show you this. Their normal shimmers are nice and creamy, and they blend in very, very well, and they are just a shimmer. They're not glittery. With ColourPop, you're going to get a little bit of everything. So one of the other ColourPop palettes that I love and I think is great for summer and spring is the Blush Crush palette. This one is just one of their 9-pan palettes. And again, as you can see, this is nice, light, airy, peachy tones with a little bit of pinks and mauves in it. It's got just soft colors that I think are great for summertime, and even like your shimmers for your lids. They're so nice and soft and airy, and I think those are nice, bright colors that go great in the summertime. And it is a little bit on the warmer tone, but it's not too warm, so I think anybody could wear this palette. Another one of my drugstore brands that I do love, and I've talked about this before, is Essence. And this is their little nude palette. And I think this is a good one. They've got a lot of different ones. They've got the green and the blue and everything. But this one right here It's got your lighter browns and your taupes. So if you're a girl that likes neutral colors, I think this is a perfect palette for you because it's got your underbrow color, but then it's got different browns and you can mix and match these to get a little bit deeper or to stay a little bit lighter. But if you're a neutral girl, this is a perfect one. And this is perfect for travel. This is something that I take with me when I travel on vacation because I love having a small palette with me, and I like taking several different ones because I want to get different looks. But this is a nice nude neutral palette. And speaking of neutral palettes, this is another one that I love by Too Faced. This is the Born This Way, the Natural Nudes. This palette is great. And as you can see, it starts out with a lot of the light tones on this side, and then it works its way over to deeper tones. And my light is probably washing this out a little bit. These are definitely a little bit deeper and a little bit warmer on this end. So they probably are ones that I would wear more in the fall. But in the summertime, anything from like here over, these are all lighter, brighter colors that are perfect for summer. These have your neutrals. They've got a little bit of pinks and peaches and a little bit of neutral soft brown colors that, again, this is a neutral palette that I think anyone could wear, and it's perfect for summer. And then as it gets warmer weather or cooler weather and going into fall, then you can deepen it up. Or even in the summertime, you can wear it during the day with your lighter colors, and if you're going out to dinner, then you can smoke it out a little bit with your deeper colors. So I think that is a perfect summer palette. Now I'm going to go into some palettes that I think they're a little bit more expensive. I mean, the Too Faced was too. This is a palette that I just recently got, but I have been loving it, and I could not wait to wear this because it just speaks summer and spring. Look at these fun colors. This is the Too Faced Pinker Times Ahead, and this just came out recently, and I love this palette. Look at this pretty pink, and it's got some peaches. So if you're a girl that likes the warmer tones, look at that pink right there. That is just these colors, and they're so buttery smooth, and they're shimmers. Too Faced does wonderful shimmers, ladies, and I just love this palette. This is, yes, it does have some pops of colors. It's got some blue and purple and everything. And as I've said before, I don't wear a lot of colors like that a lot, but I do like once in a while popping them in the corner of my eye just to give a little bit of brightness and just a little perk of color. And this little blue is just perfect. You can take most of your nude colors or your mauves and peaches and everything that are in here, and then maybe in the corner, just pop a little bit of the blue just to brighten up the look. So it's a perfect summer palette. Got a couple more here for you. I don't have too many more. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, but I'm going to go through them pretty fast. This is the Tartelette Little Bloom palette. I have the Full Bloom palette, which I think is an amazing one for summer. That's good for any time of the year. But this is their Little Bloom, and you can see this is another good neutral palette. But it's soft colors. These are just a soft wash of soft taupes and browns. This one has a little bit of a rosy tone to it, but it's more of a cooler, like brown with a rosy tone shimmer to it. But your colors here, you're going to get some browns that are warm and some that are cool. So I like that. So it's going to be a palette, again, that's good for anyone, but they're nice, soft colors that you could wash, put on, do a one and done. You can do a one and done with even something like, or two and done. Put something like this up in your crease and then add a shimmer. And that's it. And it's perfect for summertime. These are the nice soft neutrals that are just great for rushing out the door in the summertime when you're just going to do something fun and you just want to put some mascara, eyeliner, and maybe 1 or 2 colors of eyeshadow on. This is a great palette. Okay, a couple more here. Huda Beauty's Mercury Retrograde palette. This is a fun palette, and I will say it's got a lot of color in it. As you can see, it does have color in it, but it's very shiny plastic. It also has some nudes in it and neutrals in it. As you can see over here, these are all like nudes and neutrals. And then you've got a little bit of your pinks over here. And yes, then you've got your fun colors down right here on the bottom row, which is fun. Those are more colors that I would wear in the summertime anyways. So this to me is a good palette that's good for everyone, because if you just want to stick with your neutrals, you can do that. Stick with the neutrals up here that are all across the top here. This whole top 2 rows, these are all like neutral colors that you could wear, and then add your pops of color if you want. Huda Beauty has wonderful, wonderful palettes, and their colors, they just are so pigmented, but they're so creamy. And they're shimmers, and you can tell that shimmer is not, it's a shimmer. It's not real glittery. So I think it just works perfectly in these colors. And like I said, you've got some more neutral colors in this palette as well. So they're nice and soft, and you can just blend them and just make a beautiful palette. Look, Sigma, another one of my favorite brands, and I did a whole video several months ago on Sigma when I first got started using Sigma products, and I absolutely love them. Whoops, I'm losing my little, I always try to keep that on there just so it stays. This is the Quarter Rosa palette, and I love my pink tones. I'm a pink girl, and I love them even on my eyes. I love the rosy tones. I love the mauves. I do love browns, and I will say I have not used this. It's called Summer Song. How appropriate is that? And it reminds me of a summer sunset. So it is perfect for that. These little peachier colors. And here's a peachy color. Now I've worn this, but you can take and mix. If I was going to do this, I would probably mix this and maybe mix it with the color next to it, or maybe with the pink, so it wouldn't be quite as orange on me. You can mix and match. And Sigma is another one where their colors, I'll show you. See if I have any room left. Look at the pigment, the color payoff on that. And then look at their shimmers. They're very blendable, very creamy, silky. I love this palette. It's going to go good with so many different things in the summertime. 2 left. My other one from Huda Beauty is the New Nude. This is a palette that's good any time of year, but this is such a perfect, soft, romantic palette to me. I love this palette. This is one of my favorite palettes, and I think this is a good palette for most people. It does have a couple, like right here, that I don't even know if that's going to pick up. You can see the glitter in it. Not one that I wear a lot. I think I've worn it once, but most of your other colors are such soft colors. To me, they're just soft and romantic, and I think they're ones that are great for summertime because they're not too dark. I would wear these lighter colors during the day, and then maybe at night, if you wanted to get a little bit more dramatic, again, you could go with the darker tones that are in here. So it's very, very versatile. It's another one that you could do a one and done, or just your underbrow color. You could do an underbrow color and even maybe just a wash of this on your lid, and then put like a little shimmer. Put this on your lid and maybe up in your brow bone just a little bit, and put a shimmer on your lid just to pop your lid. Such a great palette. It's so quick, and it's great for summertime. Last but not least, one of my favorite palettes that I just got at, was it Christmas time? I think it was. This came out. Natasha Denona's Retro Glam. And I debated about getting this palette. I've got the Retro palette. I've got the Glam palette. But when this one came out, I'm like, oh my gosh, these are such pretty colors. I missed out getting the pastel palette, and I really wish I had gotten it because you can't find it anywhere now. But this one, to me, if you like greens, and I never would have said that I would have been a green girl, but I wear this palette and I've gotten into green. As I've said before, had my color analysis done, and I'm a summer. So I use more the cooler tone greens, and these, a lot of them are cooler tones. These are cooler tone greens right here. This is a cooler tone green. You know, you've got one that's a little bit more khaki or olivey colored that isn't, but I can still mix and match it. I am loving this palette, and I've even worn this during the winter when I wore green sweaters and stuff. I love this, and we all know Natasha Denona. Let me see if I can clear a spot on my arm because I don't have another arm still I got about 4 more weeks. Okay, let's see if I can Look at that color. Isn't that pretty? And then look at the shimmer underneath. Such a beautiful, soft, shimmery color. I just love those colors. And then they have different, they have colors if you're not into the greens. I can get it down here. They've got like your soft mauves in different colors. So this has got some neutral colors in it as well, but it's got fun pops of green. So if you're someone that likes to wear green, this definitely has got some beautiful colors in it. And I think this is another one that's a good palette for everyone. I believe it is still around. I think it is. I don't think they've gotten rid of it because it's got such great reviews. I don't think they're, planning on getting rid of it. But I'm sure, just like all the Natasha Denona ones, they will get retired and then new ones come out. So I would recommend that palette. I would recommend any Natasha Denona palette personally because I love them all. Since I started, I think it was last fall, I think I got into my first one and haven't looked back. I love them all. So those are it. Those are some. And I do have other palettes that I love to wear in the summertime. There are so many different ones. ColourPop has so many beautiful, nice, bright spring and summer palettes. If you want to stick more on the drugstore, Moira has got beautiful light colored palettes. Alter Ego is another one that they have dupes for several of the Natasha Denona palettes. They have a dupe for the retro palette, I believe it is. They just duped Huda Beauty's Rose Quartz palettes, which is one of my favorite palettes of all. And I would have picked that one too because that one's got beautiful light pink tones that I think are great for summer. But you could go on. But these are just ones that I like because they have softer, brighter colors that make me happy and make me think of spring and summertime. I do hope that you enjoyed this quick video. Like I said, I could have picked several more, but I wanted to just limit it to like 10 and under if I possibly could. But I'm excited. I'm excited to start wearing these. I have already started wearing them, as you can see today, even though it's going to be cold and rainy and 50 today. I wanted to wear something nice and bright and sunny looking to me to brighten my spirit. And I think nice, bright eyeshadow palettes like this just do. They make me happy. So, but any eyeshadow palette makes me happy pretty much. I love working with eyeshadow. So thank you so much again for joining me. I do hope that while you are here, you will consider joining my channel, as I've said. And I hope that you have a wonderful day, whatever you're doing. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you spending some time with me and watching my videos. It just means the world that I can share my passion with other people. So go out, have yourself a wonderful, blessed day, and I'll see you again in the next video.